A hip-hop legend, I think I died in an accident, cause this must be heaven. I gotta testify, come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day I die, I'ma touch the sky. Gotta testify, come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day I die, I'ma touch the sky. Now let's take them high. Now let's take them high. I'm going on an aeroplane, and I don't know if I'll be back again. Sure enough, I sent the plane tickets, but when she came to kick it, things became different. Any girl I cheated on, she skeeted on, couldn't keep it at home, thought I needed a knee along. I'm trying to right my wrongs, but it's funny them same wrongs help me write the song now. I gotta testify, come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day you die, you gon' touch the sky. You gon' touch the sky, baby girl. Testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day you die, you gon' touch the sky. Yes, yes, yes. Guess who's on third? Lupe still like Lupe in the third. Here like here till I'm bitter on the curb. Peach fuzz buzz, but bitter on the verge. Let's slow it down like river on the serve. Bottle shaped body like Mrs. Butterworth. On guard, a touche, Lupe, cool as the unthaw. But I still feel possessed as a gun charge to come as correct as a porn star. And a fresh pair of steps and my best foreign car. So, I represent the first. Now let me end my verse right where the horns are like, I gotta testify. Come up in the spot looking.
Hello. How is everybody doing? What's up, Fromly? Get in here. This is going to be the last time we could talk about some Fromly because this is the season finale. Hopefully you guys are just excited as we are to discuss it. And hopefully you guys came in here with your theories and thoughts because a whole lot happened in this finale episode. Of course, y'all know I am not here by myself. Make sure that you are showing love on all 3 of our platforms. And if this is your first time seeing any of us, be sure to subscribe if you like what you heard. Y'all run it up in the comments. Y'all know what it is. Let me bring out EJ, the TV junkie, first to see what she thought about this episode. I don't know. You know, she could have a bag of tricks and theories over there knowing EJ because she be coming up with stuff every time. EJ?
Hey y'all.
Hey.
What's up, everybody? Listen, this episode was cool. I think we got some answers. I feel like we got some answers. I feel like we got one step closer to something, but I don't know what.
It's always a baby step, EJ.
And I'm gonna hit y'all with my major theory later. I got a major theory. It ain't that major.
I knew it. I knew you had one in the tuck. I already knew it. Ashley in the back with the sweet perspective. Are you ready to talk about From? And if you could, come on in and give us your overall thoughts of the season.
Oh, of the season. Y'all, I enjoyed it. I'm not minding the slow burn. I like a little mystery. And most of all, I enjoy being correct. I enjoy when my theories are in fact true. And that's been the case this season. No, I thought the finale was strong. Was it everything? No. I think there is work that can be done to make improvements for a season 4, which they've already been greenlit for. But I do think we are closer to something. You know what I'm saying? And ding dong, the gym is dead. I couldn't be more elated about that. Even though I think they're going to bring him back. But for now, he's gone. I was here because it was instant. It wasn't like, I'm going to play with you. I'm going to do a whole lot of conversing with you, Jim. I'm just going to rip your throat out. So you can't tell any more lies.
Well, this was definitely my least favorite season. The season wasn't terrible, but I do think the season suffered from a pacing issue amongst other things. I feel like we got maybe just as much information that we've gotten in past season, but just the way that it was presented presented and written this season, it wasn't, something palatable. Jim's whole throat getting ripped out should have been the bing bang boom. And for you watching it with me, y'all know it was because the way I counted. But I don't know. I feel a little unsatisfied. EJ, any overall thoughts of season 3? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you in the middle?
Yeah, I didn't hate it. I didn't. It wasn't like, oh my God, this is so great. It did kind of progress a little bit slower. And I can contribute that to maybe 2 things, because when I first looked at I looked at it when it first came out, season 1, right? But then I didn't watch it, the season 2. I didn't watch the season 2 until when season 3 was getting ready to come back out. So, sometimes when you do stuff like that, it make you anticipate because you just came off of the high of the following season because you just watched it. So I think that kind of contributed to it. But overall, I was okay with it. I feel like we could have gotten more, but I do agree with you. We probably didn't get any more than what we got before. But I do feel like this season was just a little bit less than last season.
Yeah, it felt like I said, the pacing. It almost felt like with every 3 episodes, we were still in the same day. It's like, are we gonna go, beyond this? But shout out to the 55 people who are already here. Make sure you are hitting that like button and running it up. And this Tuesday for From is no different than the other. Of course, if you have any of your thoughts, your theories, put it on the floor right now, because it ain't gonna be enough time to do so until we're getting into a season 4. But just in case you guys forgot, let me go ahead and run the little ad, and we're gonna dive into this episode.
Put a finger in the sky if you want it. Hey, put your fingers in the sky if you want it.
Place will not break
put
us.
a finger in the sky if you
The only
want
way
it.
we go home
Put your fingers in the sky if you want it. Hey, put a finger in the sky if you want it, nigga. Hey, put your fingers in the sky if you want it. Hey, put a finger in the sky if you want it, nigga. Hey, put your fingers in the sky if you want it. Sometimes you worry about the things you can provide for you. Whenever you around, I seem to
Place
come
will not
alive
break
for you.
us.
I finally recognize
The only way we go home.
for you. Although I know your man that trust me, he would die for you. These quiet thoughts that you've been going on for years now. I saw you in the party, soft lips, soft smoking. I came to talk to you, but homie interfered now. He introduced you as his girl and I was heartbroken. Some people talk about their love at first sight shit. To keep it real, I don't
Place
know
will
whether I
not
believe
break
it's
us.
true. But if it is,
The only way we go home.
right if I fell in love with you
Together.
before.
Oh, shout out to the Crow. It makes me think of Tilly. But yeah, y'all go ahead and run it up down there and make sure that you are hitting that like button. Now, I thought that we should work our way up. Of course, I have some video play because it's the season finale, but I thought we should start with, some of our lesser knowns this season that we didn't get a whole lot of, and kind of work our way down on up to the big people and the big things that happen in this episode. And speaking of lesser, let's go and start with these 3 people right here. Look at Ashley's face.
Hey, look at me. Hey, look at me. Wait, hey, you're gonna be okay. Look, I don't know what the 3 of you went through, but I just need you to tell me if you're okay.
Christy.
No, are you okay?
No. And I don't think any of us are gonna be.
Girl, tell us something we don't know. Now, Randall, Christy, and Marielle here. What role will these characters play next season? And do you feel like these character arcs or plots were repetitive or downright useless? It all really depends. Actually, I'm going to come to you first. Of course, you can answer just the template questions laid out here. But what were your feels on Randall, Christy, and Marielle this episode? And what do you think about them going forward into a next season?
So Brotherhood of the Night's Watch, Mullet, and Nurse Crackhead. I could do without all of these people. They could erase the makeshift clinic and just start over. Put somebody else in there. Brotherhood of the Night's Watch, I still can't stand him. He's just more haggard now. He's been through something. He's got a scar. I think I'm disappointed, honestly, in what's happened with his character this season. I expected more. Y'all already know I definitely thought we were going to see factions this season, and I think they did us a disservice by not giving us that. Him and these damn cicadas every episode. I was over it. And then this finally, when he's trying to zap his brain to stop, like, of all of the ways to end yourself, Brotherhood of the Night's Watch, this is what you decide. I thought it was dramatic. I thought it was extra. Nurse Crackhead, I've never liked her. I still think she's on crack. Again, she was down there. Brotherhood of the Night's Watch, Julie, aka the Story Walker now, all having these emotional reactions since being down there. Marielle is just laying in the cut, unbothered completely. I don't buy it. I think there's definitely plot holes with her arc and her character development, because there's no way this hasn't affected you in some way. In this episode, we get this dry banter between she and her woman, Mullet, and I don't believe it. I've never believed their relationship. I think y'all gave her a mullet to butch her up, and it didn't work. I don't believe it. I think she wants Kenny more than she wants Nurse Crackhead. It does not give steam heat, honey. They could have done something better. I don't care. I don't believe their relationship. The whole, oh, you're changed, you're different. How? Because we didn't see it. We didn't see it. We didn't see it. So yeah, X them all out, kill them off early next season. But what I think we're gonna see is that they will develop a group and a faction. Look at her hugging them. Let me come into my bosom, Brotherhood of the Night's Watch. Let me comfort you. I really could give a damn until he puts his big boy draws on, calls Boyd out, and starts a war and some infighting. I don't want to see him again.
Well, I will say with Marielle, I just knew we were going to get a reveal that sis was on a good dope. I thought she was hitting off some good drugs, and it was keeping whatever took them over at bay. And she's been self-medicating herself. We've been seeing, like you said, Julie and Randall deal with these things, and they have been suffering all season. And she's just been walking around this clinic with a long ass face, per usual. And I'm like, ma'am. Well, I thought we were going to get something with that, but I did say, I don't know what episode, that I felt like she was going to end up getting close with Randall in maybe a romantic way. And I don't know, this hug could have just been a friendship thing, but it did kind of look like, because she has an understanding. Well, they both have an understanding of each other that Chrissy just doesn't have. Baby, what kind of bear trap did Christy get caught in? Because maybe the fact that I'm convinced that the actress actually injured herself and they just wrote it into the storyline, because there is no damn way that we left Christy on crutches this entire season. We left so many of our mainstay characters on crutches, whether it was Christy, whether it was Donna, whether it was Kenny. We pushed them folks to the back. And I don't know what that means for them going into a next season. As far as Randall, like, I feel like his little arc of not being Boyd's instant op, because I know that's what we were waiting on, for him to, come out and just be pissed. And it's been everything but that. Kind of having him like low key show redeemable qualities. So I'm like, is he gonna play a different role than we thought he was? Like I said, Randall has been growing on me, but yeah. I'm hoping that they do something really interesting with these folks into the next season, because baby, it was dry. EJ?
Whew, man. Listen, all I can say is that I appreciate all of these nicknames. When I tell you that these nicknames are amazing, they are perfect, straight to the T, Ash. So shout out to you for all the nicknames, because Nurse Crackhead has taken me out every last single time. So with that being said, Marielle. Marielle is on the drugs, and she is definitely on some really, really good drugs, which means that she just can't feel whatever is going on right now. Like, it's going to happen, and it's going to happen next season when we see what she's been given, because all of them are given something. We don't know exactly what Randall's is just yet, but we know that something is going on with him because they're showing us that something's going on with him. We just don't know what Marielle's is. They can't convince me otherwise that there's not something going on with her. I just think it hasn't come out just yet, and she's hiding it, whatever it is. I still believe in the fact that we are going to have a full-on everybody's gonna be going against each other. I feel like it's gonna be them against them. And at this point, I don't know who's gonna be on whose side, but I do know that Christy and Marielle are going to end up on separate sides of this. They have to. They need Nurse Crackhead because she's a nurse, and then they need Christy on the other side. Otherwise, how would that work out? You know what I mean? Like, it's just gonna happen. I used to be so anti-Randall. This scar is still not doing it for me. I mean, I hate this scar. I just wish he would keep it covered up. But I do think that Randall is not going to be the person that I thought he was going to be. I thought that Randall was definitely going to be the op. And I was, up until maybe a few days ago, I was still saying that Randall was going to be against. But I'm really thinking that Randall is not going to be against.
I'm saying he not. If I'm liking Randall, I have great intuition, okay? I'm liking Randall. You know, he's grown on me, and I just really want them to do something with all of these characters. Like, it's one thing for y'all not to do. Y'all not even doing anything with our staple people from seasons 1 and 2. And I'm just seeing baby Randall and the likes of Eldrin walking around their town with their scars from Boy. I don't know, what is it going to look like? You got these people walking out, one-eyed Willie and Scarface walking around. Like, I think it's going to be a hot mess, but I'm hoping that all of this comes full circle next season, because I thought that we would lose some of these people at some point. I know we all thought Randall before, you know, that other episode, but no, we almost closed out this season with damn near everybody we started with. Well, you know, damn near, because somebody left. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got to quit laughing at Jim like that. I know y'all don't like that. And I would never want to go here with these two and call them, you know, the lesser totem pole, wasteful like characters. But I don't know what else to call them with what we got from them this season. Let's get into them.
How are things going with Jasper?
Just a doll, you were right.
I just wanted to say, sorry I haven't been more help.
It's gonna make you angry. It's gonna make you hate me.
Boy.
But I have to show you.
What is that?
Tried to make it pretty.
Oh, God. Damn it, I said stop! You don't ever say that again. Do you hear me? I will never stop being your dad. Your mother did what she did because she loved you. She was trying to protect you. That's my job now.
Girl, the way we all look. What will the new season bring for Victor and Henry? Because I'm tired. Like, I am like really, really tired, because what was this for? Like, I would have think that they would have thought that they would have at least given Henry some type of purpose. They didn't have to tell us everything, but give Henry some type of significance and purpose, because we spent, you know, the first 3 episodes on a mission to actually get him there. And thus far, you know, we've seen him drink to suppress, you know, the feelings of being there in the state of Victor, and them just kind of come together and bond as, you know, son and like, I don't really have any beef for Henry besides him not getting there and being idle to anything, aside from, I guess, we're just now starting, like, now a warning, we're now starting Victor's healing process, because now he knows that it isn't his fault, even though we have done this every single season with Victor. If it's not the sister, then it's the mother, and it's my fault, and we're internalizing it, and, you know, we're headstrong and figuring things out, and then we go right back into that adolescent, you know, reactionary state. I'm over it. I'm over it. I really want to see some progress with Victor next season. I thought that's what we're getting here with the whole mission, and in the basement, and Sarah, and the adventures of finding Slappy Jasper, and that went nowhere. It went nowhere, and it's making me resent Victor as a character when he is just so damn idle to this process, and he's been here the longest, and we know he has information, and in the trees, and it's wearing really thin, and I don't want to see this next season. EJ?
Well, you know, these characters didn't do a whole lot this particular season. I was excited to see the dynamics of having Victor's father come into this space, you know, because Victor hasn't had anyone for so long. So I thought that this would be like a really, really great opportunity to just really dive deeper and to really get more answers, and for Victor to kind of come out just a little bit more, right? But instead, I feel like we did have more regression with him, and we really didn't get a whole lot. Yes, we got a few little things from him, but I feel like Victor's character could be more. Like we should be seeing more at this point from him, and it felt like he was just there this particular go around. So I'm hoping that next season we get a little bit more from him. I mean, I'm kind of on the bandwagon. I don't know who said it, but somebody said that Victor father probably not gonna make it the next go around, and he was just, you know, and I think that could be true. I mean, I don't see a place for him right now.
I mean, I thought that maybe that's where we were going this season. You'll get him there, have them have this fatherly bonding type situation, get Victor's hopes up, and to, you know, tear him down again because he's getting close to trying to really put things together in From Real and retrace those steps. But here we go into another season, and Henry and his forehead are still here. Ashley?
Yeah, it's, you know, first of all, Victor's brother daddy Henry is a vile, degenerate alcoholic. Let's call a thing a thing. I still don't trust him. I think he's a plant. I will forever think that. And when his usefulness is up, he will be ended. He will be ended, and it'll probably catapult Victor into another meltdown, and he might go nuclear, just like our girl Sarah. But here's the thing, right? With Victor, I thought he started strong this season. I was excited. I was like, oh, he pulled the blicky on Brotherhood of the Night's Watch. I thought we were going to be in a new era of Victor, and it completely flopped. I do think we have to acknowledge that Victor has some sort of malady, right? I don't know if it's a condition of being in the From for so long, but he different. I think when we get our next shipment of people in the From, we need a therapist in the bunch. And I think the man in yellow can make it happen. I think there might have been some meds on that ambulance that we could have given Victor to help him along, but I need something to happen. Maybe Victor gets a girlfriend. I don't know. But Victor, brother daddy Henry, he's out of here. He is out of here as soon as he finishes his mission of destruction. Again, his whole entire purpose was to be an op, to slow down progress, and to get inside Victor's head. I think his presence is what has caused Victor's regression. I'm just saying, and I like it. I think you kept it cute and didn't put the scene in here when he hems him up by the throat.
You know what?
By the
Because
neck.
he did not hem him up, Ashley. Oh
He
my
did.
God.
He did not do that, Ash. That's not what happened.
Ashley want Henry to be an abusive father so bad.
He did. He said, "Stop saying that." He did. He hemmed him up. Y'all may not want to see it, but I think it was a flashback of days gone by. Just saying.
Oh.
I cannot. That was down.
I know I have given Victor grace every single season because we know that there has been such a strain on his mental state because of the conditions in Fromville and how long he's been there, and, you know, the depths and all of that. But like, how long are we supposed to do that? I can't do that. No, I can't do that another. Oh, that's cute. Like, I don't got no more. I don't have any more patience for Victor, and I'm not asking for him to be, you know, walking tall, running the streets like Jade. No, I'm not asking that at all. Being, you know, Inspector Gadget trying to piece things together. I'm just asking if we decide in a moment in the season to make Victor half of a man, let's not tear it down and immediately the next episode make him 7. Like, please.
Not a half man.
Girl, because he be making, you know, strides in progress, and I'm like, yes, Victor. And then it's just like, I'm like, oh, okay, all right, we got it. And then I wouldn't take it so personal if it wasn't the same thing, the same internal, and then somebody has to come in. It's not your fault. Bring it in, hugs, woo, 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 woo. I'm wooed out. Do something, fix it, Jesus. I'm
And now his mama's there, so I mean, she'll be there to comfort him and help him out.
Exactly.
Oh, Mama Tab. Let's guess we'll go here because they didn't do a whole lot. But one of these people in here, they want us to know that she matters a whole lot.
Here.
What was she doing?
What?
Out at the shack. Why was she out there?
Hey,
hell's going on? Alice and Kenny are inside saying Elgin can't leave. You said about the baby, about how big Fatima's gotten. Do you think it's true?
Where do you keep your tools?
Boyd.
Where?
The shed. They're in the shed.
Whoa, Boyd. You stay by the door.
Hell, Kenny's in there right now. He still doesn't know what she did.
Any views on Fatima?
Hey!
What the fuck are you doing?
Turn around and walk out the door
Then
here.
explain it to me.
Gritting her teeth.
Are you?
Child, ain't do nothing. Ain't do nothing. Like, this is practically character assassination at this point, the way that we ain't do nothing with Donna and Kenny. All we did with Kenny was kill his mama. We just killed Kenny's mother. Like, the way that they have been playing Kenny to the left, you cannot tell me that this is not Kenny's villain origin story, and for him to be joining up with Acosta. And you notice he's the only one. He does not call her Acosta. He said, no, Danny, it's okay. Like, they on a first name basis. We getting close. Kenny is going to be in opposition to Boyd. The way that he wasn't telling Kenny nothing, you got one more time to lie to Kenny. That whole little fatherly, that little bond thing they have, I'm sheriff, you deputy, I think that's over. I think next season, Kenny is not trying to hear anything that Boyd has to say at all. Acosta is who we thought Randall was. Acosta is definitely who we thought Randall was. The way they shoehorned her in here. Midway, I think it was episode 4 or 5. It's just been Acosta down and her demanding this, and she lost me and give me my gun and walking in there. And if anybody had any right mind with the way that she was acting, maybe she should have been thrown in the cell, thrown in the box. No, she's just been running rapid, asking all kind of questions and demanding stuff. We're already kind of being put into a position to question and power and all that other good stuff. So Acosta is definitely our op, and when that line is drawn in the sand, Boyd is going to be over there, and the Acosta-ettes are going to be over there. Donna is just Donna's here. I thought Donna had, chose the side and kind of stood on business with this Fatima thing. I was like, all right, here we go. We're getting something this season. In the very next episode, she walked it back because Fatima just means everything to the Frumville and the Colony House. And with her, what are we? Like, all right. Yeah, I want them to do something with my folks again. Want my folks in the back, bring them to the front. EJ?
Girl. Listen, first and foremost, I've never liked Acosta. She has I always knew that she was going to be a problem. You just cannot come up in there with that much energy and think that you don't even know what's going on, but you are automatically like the head person. You know what's best. No, that's the first thing. So, but what side will Donna be on? I think Donna's going to choose Boyd's side. I think time and time again, she's always going to choose Boyd's side. Yes, they did that thing where, they were at the Colony House. It looked like they were separate, but in real life, they really are together, when it's all said and done. So I think that's where she's going. I couldn't get on board with your Kenny theory. I just didn't see it, but I don't know. And now you got me really, really thinking about it, really hard. Kenny's been lied to several times. He still doesn't even know the truth about this. I mean, it could happen. I can go down the middle on this one. I'm not all the way there yet, but I could see it. And then I already told you about Acosta, bump Acosta. I just need her to go. Whatever's going to happen, I need it to happen within the first few episodes. And then that just needs to be it.
Thank you so much, Trent King, for the $5 super chat. He said he almost hemmed Tabitha up when she came in the house distressed for help. That's clearly his go-to. Trent said he abusive. Watch out for Henry. Thank you.
Period. Just saying.
Oh, it's not even just Kenny being lied to. It's everything. It's Boyd's politics now at this point, because you can do all of this in the name of Fatima, but anytime I try to roll up, want to have some smoke from my mother, from my father, we can't do this. This isn't okay. But you can seek vengeance and move how you want to, because this is your town and this is your family. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna fly no more for everybody. Ashley, Donna, Acosta, and Kenny.
Yeah. So, I mean, the thing about Acosta is that it's too on the nose for me for her to ever elicit any power in the From. So while I think that once she opens this box, literally for Kenny, once he gets them draws, right, GTD, that's all he's going to need. Listen, that's all. And I'm going with your theory, Tyra. Once she gives him that cootenanny, that's all it's going to take, because she's going to point out, oh, Boyd's lied to you about this, he's done that, and you're getting that box finally. Do you know how long it's been since Kenny has gotten
Hashtag coochie for Kenny. Hashtag
he
coochie for
might be a virgin at this point. That's all it's going to take for him to be on her side. But here's the thing, Acosta, the town is not going to rally behind her. That's why it's going to be super important that she connects with Brotherhood of the Night's Watch, because although he's what he is and he's been problematic, he's got a history with the town. He's been there longer than she has, and he actually has experience with the monsters, and he has the story to tell against Boyd. I think they're going to be like the trifecta, but he'll actually be the leader at the end of the day. Acosta, they're not going to give her any real power. As far as Donna, I have to think that Donna, just because she's an OG, triple OG, she's going to stand behind Boyd. I think it's really going to be a case of old versus the new, like the old guard versus the new guard is what it's going to be. And I'm saying they'll play it cute with Kenny, but like I said, when she drops them draws, he is going over there with Danny Acosta.
Shout out to the 135 people in here and dropping them draws. What does GTT stand for? I got the draws. Hashtag draws coochie for Kenny, because he's been through a lot. But yeah, I see it coming. Like, I was like, there's a reason that we are pushing Kenny far to the back, because I know we were all waiting for, like, okay, when is he going to explode? When are those emotions really going to fly? We didn't see none of that. What we really saw was, aside from those tears, is, I really don't have anything to go home to. What am I living for? My mother and my dad is gone. I think that's what it is. And Donna's always going to go over there with Boyd, no matter what. Acosta will be over there. What do we call her? No, Danielle will be over there with Kenny. Oh, okay. That's going over here with these folks, child. Like, I was surprised at how many useless sectors I had for folks. But just to make this one not as useless, I just decided to put, somebody else there, because he was a part of Fatima also.
Yeah. My blood is your blood now.
That was good. I was on the edge of my seat.
I think he knows who Fatima is. You don't know that. Once the baby is born, we all get to go home. Okay, where the fuck is she? Where the fuck is she? All right, I can't just let him sit there.
I know, just breathe.
No, I don't need to fucking breathe. What I need is to find my wife.
My wife. My wife.
She took it. The thing, she took it.
I'm not gonna be blindsided by this place again.
No, Dad, what do you can't
go. Take care of your wife.
I saw what they did.
What?
I saw what they are. They sacrificed their children. It promised them that they would live forever.
All right, your boy's back. Smiley said, ta! He just popped out with his extra large ass. Child, Fatima and Ellis. Honestly, I was hoping one of them would die this season. I was hoping one of them would die. I was hoping that either at least one of them would die, or that Fatima would be turning into a creature and not giving birth to one. But that is what we got. But at least we got something, and it wasn't just all in her head or just from playing around with her. She did, at the end of the day, give birth to something. But like, where are we supposed to go with this? We have her giving birth, and she's talking about, pretty much a little bit of what we knew about the sacrifices and the immortality, and of course she brought life, hence the blood and the whole thing, and the instantaneous growth this episode, because we needed that blood sacrifice to feed baby Smiley to become big Smiley, which means, kill who? My blood is your blood. It never meant anything. All I had to do was pick some random woman in the Fromville. I don't know, maybe there was some stock in why it was Fatima. Maybe it was to get under Boyd's skin, like he said. But we just picked somebody and impregnated them. We're gonna come back because we were promised that to give those blood sacrifices, child. There's that. And then will Ellis just be useless? Like, I just okay, useless is a strong word. Useless is a strong word with Ellis, because I do try to give Ellis a little grace for age and how he got there, and him taking forever just to come over the trauma of what happened between Wood and the mother and the whole thing. But I need Ellis to be doing something else. I thought Ellis was gonna get active this season, especially with Kenny being MIA, going through his thing. I was like, all right, come on, Ellis. But he has just been kind of, coddling as he should. It's just been all Fatima. But I don't know if I want another season of that. And Smiley is back, so that means we're killing off who? Any little advantage they thought they had against these monsters, aside from the daytime, which it really looked like we ain't got that anymore, it's absolutely gone now. Ashley?
Yeah, so the whole thing for me with Fatima was super anticlimactic. Like, okay, you gave birth to one of these alien cocoon type creatures, and it goes down there and it's Smiley. Like, yay, okay, then what? But also by default, you then got some impartation about what happened. Oh, the town sacrificed the children and whatever. I think that information could have come from Tab. Like, I don't think we needed Fatima to go through that just to get that information if that was what the point was. Ellis has and always will be useless. He should be a curator at the Fromville Museum. He should paint pictures. He should give art lessons, but that's the extent of what Ellis needs to do. He's in no way a leader. He's a weak link. I guess it's plot armor that's keeping him alive up to this point, because go on and take him out already. He and his raggedy wife, because at this point, Fatima is forever changed. There's no going back to the Fatima that we knew before. I think that her being a carrier deposited more than memories in her, and I wouldn't be surprised if she's like a sleeper cell as well, or we'll be seeing the kimono dragon lady again in the future. I think there's more that they could do with that, but again, it was very anticlimactic for me. As far as Smiley, I'm like, okay, that's Boyd's op. He's going to be there to torture Boyd. In this episode, I think we saw Boyd cussing at the window because one of the things was out there. I said, Boyd, you really are losing it. And maybe seeing Smiley now on a regular basis is going to be that thing that sends him over. Ideally, in a perfect world, Fatima, Sarah, Tab, Jade all connect, put their minds together, and are able to come up with a plan with their shared knowledge. If they still have it, I know you don't think they do, Tyra, but if they do have some collective wisdom, maybe they can put it together. But as far as individually, these people, I don't care about. I wish I did. Fatima is just in the drain for me, and Ellis has never been anyone in my book.
Not anyone.
No.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, will she now have like some deeper connection with Fromville, like Sarah did? Are they going to toy with her since she instantly, the baby, like she didn't even have those things, this whole time during the pregnancy, like seeing things or feeling some interconnection with Fromville and like the visions and the whole thing, like maybe a Tabitha or even a Sarah or a Jade. This just, happened with the birth. So now will she be, a plan op be used, or like do something with her? Because this is this. I would have really preferred that she became a damn creature. That would have made my day. It would have been so poetic if she would have went on and was turning into a goddamn creature, and Ellis had to take her out the same way Boyd had to take out that mama of his. That would have been chef's kiss, but they said no, you're not getting that. You're getting slimy Smiley. EJ?
Ellis, no. Smiley, no. Fatima should have been ripped apart. My thoughts. Period.
That's it.
What should have happened?
It was a regular vaginal situation. The water broke, the whole nine. just overgrown. Like if Smiley would have, for anybody who has seen Nightmare on Elm Street 2, when Freddy pops out of that boy's whole body, he just comes out. If he would have did that to Fatima, just came out a whole grown adult and came out of her skin and shed it. That would have rocked my world, boy.
That would have been good right there. Now I would have been so here for that.
But they said no, we're giving regular birth because Fatima is here to stay. Thank you so much, Darfalino. What do y'all think the monsters in From have been doing? It doesn't seem like they've been coming out at night lately. No, and we have had a lot of attention to the daytime in this season. We haven't been, exploring night all that much besides like that first those first little I think episodes, like really that first one. But I think they're plotting. And they're waiting and they're planning. They don't do anything for no reason. Well, we just came out for Old Sheen and we went hungry again. Yeah, so something is popping off. Anytime we've seen them come out, it was for a reason, either to set up and torture Boyd and somehow with the Randall or the Miss Chin situation. So I think they're probably planning something that's really going to be massive next season. Or I should hope it wasn't all biding time until the birth of old Smiley. EJ, what you think these folks doing?
I do think that they're planning. I think that we hadn't seen them like recently. I think that there has been a thing around Smiley coming back, their fearless leader, or the leader under the leader. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the top dog, and then you got the person that's under him, and you know how it go. So I think that they definitely have been hanging out, but I think that they're planning something big. Don't know what it is. I ain't got no theories on that, but I know that it's gonna be something, and it's gonna be something major. We already see that From is shifting. From has been shifting for a while now with the weather, with just all the different things that's been happening. And these monsters have been evolving. Like, they literally have been evolving. They've gotten super smarter. It's the arrogance for these monsters. They annoyed the hell out of me. Like, don't come knocking on my window talking about, hey, acting like we cool. Like, the way that they do Boyd is just absolute. They terrorize Boyd more than they terrorize anyone else in From, for whatever reason, because I guess they, like they said, they want to destroy his hope. Like, they want to break him down. But I do think that, the plan is probably going to be revealed at some point towards the end of the next season, because you know how From does us. But there is a big thing that's about to go down. So y'all be on the lookout for it. And we're about to I need them to start unaliving some people. I'm sorry. I know we shouldn't be wanting to see gore and unaliving, but I want to see some people get gone.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ashley, what you think them people doing underground, giving Victor warnings? We're gonna keep you down here next time. They've just been doing a lot of talking this season.
I mean, they're all under the command of the man in yellow. I don't think they do anything of their own free will and volition. I think they get orders and instructions, and that's how they base their actions. I don't think that they're intelligent beings by any stretch of the imagination. I think they were deceived into this deal that they bartered. I don't think they're necessarily thinking things. I just think they're like foot soldiers. I think they're minions. So I don't think there is really a plan from them. I think they get everything from our big bad.
Absolutely. Most definitely. They don't look bright. Thank you so much, Trent King, for the $5. No doctor/mother is gonna point out the fact that you can't give birth intact placenta when your water breaks, since the flu. Hey, this is a From baby. This is a From Smiley humanoid baby. Like, we are not gonna attach any real life pregnancy to this Trent. Thank you. Like, no, let it be done. If it is, I suggest Fatima gets it the hell out of there before it comes back for vengeance. Thank you guys so much for running it up and showing us some love. Make sure that you are hitting that like button and hitting us up with your thoughts and theories in the form of a super chat. Let me show you guys some love and give you a moment to hit that like button and get that 150 folks to maybe 200 folks. And we are definitely going to come back and talk about our main people who we came in to talk about today.
I gotta find peace of mind. I know now I have to face. I gotta find peace of mind. Please don't let me disgrace. He says it's impossible. The temptations of my past, but I know it's possible. Will my devotion last? He says there's no me without him. Please help forget about him. He takes all my energy, trapped in my memory, constantly holding me, constantly holding me.
Yeah, back to these folks here. Let's get on into Boyd, Sarah, and Elgin, because they were a part of the meat and potatoes of this episode, and I'm sure we all have a whole lot to say.
I need to find shelter.
Sarah.
I'm not leaving you here. Over there. You'll be safe in there. I'll follow behind.
But you don't, Boyd. These people need you. You need to be the one to lead these people home.
What?
I need you to kill me. I always thought the town was the worst part. And then I went through the tree.
Wait, you a Marine?
Semper Fi.
Leave no man behind. That's the way it goes, got it?
Boyd, if you want to help me, then just kill me.
Should have left him behind. You see what happened.
Let go, Martin.
My blood is your blood now.
Where's he now?
Colony House.
He told Ellis that Fatima and the baby are gonna be the reason we all get to go home. Do you know where Fatima is? Eldon.
Once the baby is born, we all get to go home.
He's not going to tell you. Believes what he's saying is going to save everyone. He's not going to tell you where she is.
Where do you keep your tools?
You really gonna do this? When Fatima killed Tilly, you didn't even blink. I mean, you did everything you could to protect her. You took her out to the shed. You lied to the people you claim to care about. Hell, Kenny's in there right now. He still doesn't know what she did.
What happened wasn't her fault.
How that's any different with Elgin. I mean, this place got inside his head. Made him think he was doing something good.
Everything I'm doing is for her. If you just give it a little more time.
We don't have any fucking time! Put your hand on the table.
Can't. I can't.
Dad, downstairs. You got all the answers. Tell me the right way to do this.
My heart broke for you.
A little longer.
Then Fatima could die.
No, she's not.
Yes, yes, understand how far he needs to go to make you tell him. And this place has taken so much from him.
Sarah.
I've already given it mine.
Sarah.
She's in the root cellar.
Child, because she's in the root cellar. Now, baby, let's start here with Boyd because it's I think I've been thought Boyd was broken from like episode 2 of this season. Boyd has been, displaying really irrational behavior this season. I think the From's plan is in full effect. We're getting Boyd exactly where they want him to be. Now, where Boyd is, I don't know, just we kind of got Martin this season, in that little flashback situation to the rope with Julie. But does anybody feel like Boyd could be reincarnated Martin? A situation like that. I was just thinking about it. I don't know, it just popped into my head. It's just random. You gotta, I just thought about it. I don't know why, because with just I guess the revelations this season of who's reincarnated and who isn't, and who's here with the purpose and who's not, with as much of a strong arm that Boyd has on it, and as significant as a role that he plays, I was like, I feel like, because Martin was a Marine, Boyd is a Marine, right? Whatever. I think it could be possible. Will we see Boyd like kind of knocked off of his pedestal next season and be replaced when these folks try to stage a clue and draw that line in the sand? And where does his mental state stand in general, and where does he stand with the people? Ashley, what you got for Boyd this season?
Child, you know he was cracking up. Like I said, when he saw that the nurse monster outside his window, he cussing her out. Like, what you want to do about it? What you want to do? I said, boy, yeah, you done snapped. Father Kotri telling him every chance he get, Boyd, you're not the same. You say it's not going to change you, but if you go in there and you do this, you'll never be the same. I do want to give credit where credit is due, though. Sarah did her big one. That was probably my favorite scene outside of Jim getting his neck ripped out. Sarah holding it like the true psycho killer that she is. And taking his eye, that blessed me. I said she did what nobody else could, and the line was so good. I won't let you take his soul. But listen, From already got hers. You know, I loved it. I lived for that moment. I thought she did amazing. But yeah, Boyd is done. He's cracked up. They're definitely going to depose him because he's taken it too far. He's lied to the people, been caught in lies multiple times. He left Brotherhood of the Night's Watch out for dead. Didn't even think about going back. He was like, oh, I'll cry 2 tears in a bucket. That's all he had for Brotherhood of the Night's Watch. I said, you're not going to get in the ambulance and go back and at least look around and see? Like, you could mow him over. You couldn't have backed over nobody. Like, he didn't even try. So I think all of that's going to catch up with him. I also think his willingness to cover up Fatima's crimes with Tilly, I think those are all telltale signs that his reign should be over. Now, do I think that Brotherhood of the Night's Watch should now be in control? I don't. I think they really need to form more of a democratic situation there. That's what I think. But yeah, Boyd's done for. I think he will have a whole redemption arc where he'll get back into position once because some people are always going to follow him. It's never going to be a thing that everybody leaves his leadership, but there's going to be infighting. There's going to be like a civil war in the From, and I think ultimately he'll regain it. But yeah, he's cracked up for now. These are things we would have never seen from a season 1 Boyd. Everything then and the character that he was built to be was a man of the people. Even if it means I'm taking out the love of my life, I'm here for the people, I'm going to be transparent with them, until things got shaky, until he's really confronted with his family being jeopardy or these other like moral conundrums. He's been found wanting in my book. I don't trust Boyd as far as I can throw him if I'm a member of the town. So yeah, I think he's done for, and I think his mental is breaking. I think we'll actually see a full meltdown in season 4.
Thank you so much, JC, for the $1.99. Said congrats to Boyd on his grandson. It's a monster. Thank you so much. EJ, what about you? What do you feel about Boyd leaving off this season going into next season?
Listen, I feel like this is the Boyd that we've always needed at some point, because I feel like the Boyd of season 1 Boyd was the Boyd that the people, needed to trust, and he was always trying to do the right thing, yada, yada, yada. We don't need that Boyd. That Boyd right there is gone, okay? We need the Boyd that is going to do whatever it takes by any means necessary. We need these people to get some act right. They don't listen. They hard-headed. They want to do what they want to do. We need somebody to lead and to be a good leader. Has Boyd been a little bit left at times? Yes. But if he go ahead and make Sarah his deputy, we can just balance this all the way out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we really need, because Sarah's going to get the job done. So that's what Boyd needs to do. But no, in all honesty though, and that was very honest, but in all, like for real, Boyd is broke. Boyd is broken at this point. There's no getting that old Boyd back. Is there a possibility that this could be Martin reincarnated? I mean, ever since the worms got in him, this is when he started acting up. Ever since he came from the woods, this is when Boyd, we see the shift. So shoot, I don't put nothing past the From.
EJ, with this season, the whole line of your blood is my blood is just, it sounds like reincarnation to me. I could be wrong.
I mean, it could be. I'm here for it. So yeah. And as far as where he stands with the people, I think that there are going to be some people who are going to stand with him, and I think there are going to be those other people that are not. They're going to see it for, they're going to lose the trust in him. Is he not going to be the sheriff anymore? I don't think so. I think that they're going to do a takeover, and that's when we're going to have our break, and they're going to try to take over. Like Acosta's going to try to take over.
I want boys to just let it go and lead them folks. Just let it go. Like let those people come back to you because they realize what it is. Like, first of all, them people in that town ain't bright.
Mm-mm.
We already know that. All they know is how to show up when you know the dinner bell rings and when it and go in the house when it does. Like they don't really take a whole lot of action. They are sheep waiting. Like, well, boy, or did you get us home today? Oh, okay? Let's go in the house. Like they're not the brightest bunch. Like let the people make it. Let Acosta flounder out there. Let her make it. Just
Let her ring the bell.
Don't give her gun now because she stay reaching for that gun on civilians. Like, oh, where you going? Like, what? There's no gun there, Acosta, on your dirty uniform. Stop reaching for that damn gun. But like, let the people flourish and see what happens. I hate that he has this strain and stress because he's made it his sole mission to be the protector, provider, and savior of the Fromville inhabitants. But let the people come to you. Take a break, baby. Just breathe. Okay, go. Patch stitch the arm sleeve of that jacket. Go do something, boy.
He can build a house out in them woods where the little things, little stick things are. They could build a house out there. Him, Sarah, and whoever else, and let them other people have it.
I definitely need to do something, baby. Sarah here, Miss Sarah. Like the way I thought that they were trying to beef up Sarah to kill her off, I was like, oh, we trying to go on this redemption tour with Sarah this season, and y'all finna kill Sarah off. Her whole little mission statement she was out here doing with Victor, I was like, oh. And when they separated, I was like, oh, they're not doing that. We got Victor running around with his daddy. So what does that mean for Sarah? Baby, Sarah came through in the clutch. Yeah, get somebody else to do it. I'm somebody else. Move, Boyd. Move out of the way. Like, and I don't know if this was a saving grace for Boyd as well. Before, I think it was in avoidance of him just breaking down completely. Y'all see, it don't take that long. Boyd biding time, getting to slapping him on the table. Like he just wanted him to, like, if I intimidate you enough, maybe you just tell me what I need to know because I really don't want to go that far to interrogate you or hit your hand or do any of that. He ain't built like that. Now Sarah say I am gone. She in that wine cellar. She in the root cellar. That's where she is. Took that man's eye out. But what will happen to Sarah next season? Because they always had one eye and one foot on Sarah. She was already an outcast and the pariah in the community for the brother situation and even attempting. They held that over her head forever as if they acted like Ethan actually died. I was like, he's right there. It's okay. And there was just so much grace this season with Elgin and I was like, y'all didn't have this grace. Now, granted, Elgin has not killed anyone this season, but y'all didn't have this grace for Sarah when she was taking over and these voices were in her head the way that y'all have it for him. But okay. But how would the community process, another person being harmed? Because he wasn't killed. I just knew Elgin was going to die this season. What are we taking him into the season for? I guess I'll get that in the next slide. But I don't know what. I just knew he was going to die. But, maybe he's a hidden villain in disguise with a mission. Because it didn't take him too much pull to do exactly what that kimono lady told him to do. And will she hear the voices again? Because they show, like, threw them at her towards this season finale. Ashley?
Yeah, I mean, could he have died? Big Sleepy might be dead. I mean, that's a lot of blood loss. She popped out an eye. I don't think she knows how to do that properly. Like there could be a lot of blood loss. Who can fix that? Like who's gonna patch him up and stop the bleeding? I don't know, but we'll see. I hope we don't though. I really despise Big Sleepy's character, but of course you said we'll get to that. What will happen to Sarah next season? I think she's gonna be a hero. I think they're gonna put her on a perch because she did what no one else was willing to do. I feel like she has already been the outcast, so this didn't bother her too much. It's like what she told Big Sleepy. Listen, it is what it is. I've already done the most here. I'm not afraid to do even more. She could end up being like their secret forces at the end of the day. Yeah, girl. She'll do the
that. I'm scared of Sarah. I mean, I loved it for this episode, but like, what else is Sarah just gonna do? Because these weren't the voices. This is just Sarah acting. You're not gonna corrupt Boyd. Like, what else is she gonna do in the name of Boyd or the mission?
She was following orders, ma'am. He's location from Boyd. Help me talk to him. You can talk to him. You know what it's like. You hear the voices. I think Sarah has changed, and I didn't think I'd be the one saying it because it'd be up and stuck forever for me. But I feel like when she heard those voices and immediately ran to Boyd to tell them what they were saying, I said, this is growth. She's someone that can be that can be used. I'm just going to set it right there. I think that Sarah now has a take on, okay, what do I need to do when I hear these voices? These voices are bad. I think she has that realization now, and I don't think she'll go back. I really don't. So I'm curious to see if she's going to be made a figurehead. I'm curious if they're going to
Figurehead.
Yes.
Sarah is losing it. I don't see it. She not safe.
At the end of the day, she found Fatima, who apparently, according to Donna and everybody else, that people love Fatima. She's tied to her recovery. So I'm just saying, again, they already have hated her. I think this is going to get her cool points. I really do. And like I said, she has had experience with the voices and now she knows how to overcome them. I don't think she'll be susceptible again. But they're going to talk to her. They're definitely going to try it unless here's the one caveat to that. If she starts hearing directly from this man in yellow, that could be a game changer. But anybody else, I'm Sarah cool in my book now. I think she can be an asset going forward.
I don't know. I don't know. I was here for Sarah. Like Sarah said, I'm gonna get it done. But like in a position of leadership, I just don't know what else she could do or whisk in the name of, well, I cut off his arm because I just needed to. Like, excuse me, who told you to do that? Nobody. I just knew it because don't you start trying to rationalize anything in your mind because we don't even know what's all up in there. EJ, Sarah.
Yeah, listen, Sarah is the real MVP, and listen, we are not gonna taint Sarah's name. Her name has already been tainted enough. She did what she was supposed to do. She did exactly what had to be done. We didn't need him to go over the edge. He was trying, but we didn't need him to go ahead and step off that cliff, right? Sarah said, I'm gonna step off the cliff for you. I'm gonna be the one to make
EJ,
sure that you stay
would
intact.
boys step off that cliff for her? Because we weren't trying to step off that cliff when they were all about to run up the hill with matches and stakes because they thought that she killed Tilly. He didn't go like, oh, let me go. It was like, well, I mean, it wasn't Sarah, but it wasn't Fatima either. What if the people really rolled up on Sarah the couple of episodes in the name of Tilly?
He wasn't gonna let that happen. He wasn't gonna let
that happen. You don't know that.
Yeah, that was a means to an end for right then while he figured out what to do with his pregnant daughter-in-law. Okay, he's trying to save his family. And Sarah's gonna be an intricate part in Boyd's he gonna have his own little thing going on. Let Sarah be. Sarah said, listen, his eye gotta go because Boyd doesn't know how far he has to go. And she wanted to save Boyd's soul. If that is not think about that. You would risk you would go that far for another person. That's amazing. Like, come on now. Like, that is some real deal stuff. She's like, look, I want to save Boyd. So I'm gonna do this. And she knew that people was going to probably come for her. But here's the other thing. I don't think for 1 second that if people don't find out what Fatima did, Sarah's going to be fine. If people find out that Fatima killed unalive Tilly, that's when Sarah might got a problem. But I think as long as the picture that is painted is that Fatima got saved by Sarah, per se, you know what I'm saying? I think they'll overlook it. They overlooked what's his name when he stabbed Ellis on quote unquote accident. Let it ride. It's just the eye. He'll be all right.
Oh, Lord. I'm here for letting Sarah rock. I am not here for Sarah being in any positions of leadership.
I don't think she'll be a leader. I think she'll be an asset. I think they'll use her to get the job done.
If she in her right mind and it ain't the voices using her, I hope. But hopefully she has. I don't know what to think because we only literally saw it in use out of nowhere at the end of the season. It was just, oh my God, the voice is like, so what does that mean? Does she have a hold on it? Or are they still, Thank you so much, Rico, for the super chat. I think the town may put Boyd, Sarah, and Fatima in the box on some crucifixion type of stuff. At this point, child, this box then blew away. We just ain't panned over the camera to see. But I think the box is non-existent. The wheels that fall off the box. It just... This was a slippery slope from that moment that Boyd didn't put Sarah in the box. It's been down ever since. Elgin is still alive, y'all. He ain't going nowhere. He's not going anywhere. Like, I definitely think he should have been killed off, but I think that means that he's going to be used for a higher purpose. Just like the Sarah was utilized this episode, I think he's going to be utilized to the max because Baby got some strife now. You took my eye. You took my eye. I don't think he's gonna leave this like, oh, you guys were right. She was in danger. I see the error of my ways. I think he's gonna feel smited like I did all of this. We were almost home. We were almost home. And see, Fatima had the baby or the thing, and she's still alive. I was right all along, and you guys messed this up. So moving forward, anything Kimono Dragon or any of the little from things tell him, he's going to be more accessible to do it. I don't know what role Eldridge is going to play, but I don't think it's going to be a positive one. EJ?
I agree. I don't think he's going to play a positive role at all. I think that after this happened, that we're not going to have that nice big sleepy that we've had, aka the blind side, all of the above. We're not going to have any of that. We're going to have someone who's mad and someone who is going to listen to those voices, because he did think they were about to go home. And he probably still thinks and believes that that's exactly what was going to happen, and that they messed up the plan. Sarah messed up the plan. Boyd messed up the plan. And now they going to be the op for real. And I think that the guy in yellow, the man in yellow, is really going to be able to use him. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I feel like we're going to see him be a little more active and a little less sleepy.
Child, the guy in yellow, Acosta gonna be in that ear. I can't believe he did this to you. We have to stop him now. Look at his work. Look what happened. Him and his little minion Sarah. This is diabolical. Yeah, he gonna be over there with them. Ashley?
I don't know that Elgin's alive, but if Big Sleepy is yet alive, I don't think he's smart enough to be an op on his own. So do y'all think he's going to be controlled by the voice? Like, let's be for real. He didn't get no movement, no action, no wisdom until Kimono Dragon was sending him Polaroids. Break his camera. You know what I'm saying? Put him somewhere. Put him out there and let him figure it out on his own. I really don't want to see him slugging around trying to sleep next season. I don't. I really don't, y'all. I despise his character and what he really turned into. At this point, if he's not dead, they got to kill him. Do an execution. Why not? The town hasn't had one.
I don't know what they're going to do with Big Sleepy. They need to do something with Pooh Bear. I don't want to see him running around the forest looking for Christopher Robin. I have him be of some use, because I think we should have just capped it off. But it looked like, he was still back there. She's in the root cellar. He was just back there with one-eyed Willie. It didn't look like he was actually dead, though. So I think we're going to roll over with him laid up in that little makeshift clinic with the eye patch on. And I think that's where we're going. With a chip on his shoulder, because really, this is what you.
Girl, is he smart enough to have a chip on his shoulder? I don't know. I don't know his comprehension level, and I'm not even being funny, you guys. But it seemed like he don't get it. He acts delayed when he was talking out there with Ellis, just telling him I know. Basically, I was like, this can't be real life. This man.
I think hopefully that naivete shifts completely. Like, I don't even know why he was holding that information. I was like, baby, like you said, her belly's so big. Exactly. The baby is coming whether she's right there or not. Like, tell these people this information. You lost the eye and a hand for what? I would have been gave that up. Like, he was holding on to it. That means he is standing by Fromville real heavy.
I mean,
hell no. Once again, you guys, shout out to the 172 people here. Be sure to hit that like button. Let us know your thoughts and your theories. But right before we get ready to get into our last couple of characters, and we're definitely going to be right back. Shout out to Big Sleepy. We can't all have two eyes.
Finger in the sky if you want to. Hey, put your fingers in the sky if you want.
Place will not break us.
In the sky.
The only way we go home.
Hey, put your fingers in the sky if you want. Hey, put a finger in the sky if you want, nigga. Hey, put your fingers in the sky if you want. Hey, put a finger in the sky if you want, nigga. Hey, put your fingers in the sky if you want. Sometimes you worry about the things he can provide for you. Whenever you around, I seem to
place
come
will not break us.
I finally recognize
the only way we go home.
Although I know your man and trust me, he would die for you. These quiet thoughts that you've been going on for years, man. I saw you in the party, soft lips, soft spoken. I came to talk to you, but homie interfered now. He introduced you as his girl and I was heartbroken. Some people talk about that love at first sight shit. To keep it real, I don't know whether I believe it's true. But if it is,
the only way we go home.
Right, if I fell in love with you.
Child, not y'all in the chat talk about the kimono lady got that strong box. And she was sending Polaroid them news of when she looked like something. Y'all crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now, y'all know that is not everybody. Last but not least, we got Jade and that Matthews family. Let's go and get into them folks, child.
Why would you? I know you ain't put Jade with them.
I did.
Mayday, mayday. Can anyone out there hear me? This is an SOS call. We need help.
Hello? Is there someone there?
Yes, we're here. Where are you?
Whoa, slow down. Is this Jim?
I'm sorry, what? Who is this?
Jim really thought he ate.
The one point of overlap in all our Venn diagrams of crazy
is the children.
Saying that word, and cooey, over and over again. There was this hole in the ceiling, and there's this mass of roots, this tangle.
The boy in white, I heard him. He said, when the kids were on the stones, Hope seemed to the roots that made the symbol, and then those roots became the tree.
Music. My mom was a piano teacher. She used to say that music is the universal language.
He come with one little nugget.
Flats and the sharp.
Ain't know nothing for 3 seasons.
I'm not so sure that's a good idea.
That man say he came with the nugget.
Your head.
Okay, so what are you saying? We just ignore this? We forget about it?
No. When I hugged him, I felt like Miranda was there. When I walked inside, I didn't just have a dream. I think I went somewhere. So if I go back to those ruins, do you think I can do it again? I can save tension. Maybe I can even save Thomas.
Doesn't work like that.
Do you just
Okay, babe. You know all.
But you can't change them.
He is the boy in damn white, I tell you.
Aren't cooey.
Cooey. Ugh.
Remember.
We tried to save them.
Gosh, they family.
I know why
okay?
I see those children.
That's why he deserved to be on this slide.
Jade can see them. It's why there's more than one bracelet. I kept making them.
I don't understand.
We know.
Reason I felt what Miranda felt.
The disdain for him.
Because I was Miranda. Come back over and over again because we failed the first time. Jade and I were here at the beginning. We tried to save those children and set them free. Because one of them was ours.
I said I wish it was Tabitha.
Girl, I can't.
No. You have to run. You need to get to town right now. I think this is when it happened.
Okay, slow down.
No, listen.
Sarah
I
Connor.
need to change the
Okay,
story,
girl.
Dad.
We get it.
That Jade sure can play. This didn't have to happen, you know. I did try to warn you.
Even the man in yellow is
You
not.
gotta put your back into that.
Your wife shouldn't have dug that hole, Jim.
Oh, got to do
Babe. Girl, you gotta come a couple minutes earlier.
Why is she screaming like that?
She's devastated.
I don't know why Jim getting his throat ripped out. It's just absolutely hilarious. When it comes to the Matthew family, baby, it could have been any one of them. They could have took Ethan. I'm over it.
No, we need Ethan.
We don't need Baby Yoda. We don't need Baby Yoda. His best moments were spent with Miss Shin. He's lived a full life. I'm just happy that one of these Matthews went, honestly. I guess I'm glad. Well, what's the use of it being Tabitha? She's a reincarnation. Another one was just going to come back. I'm just over the plot protection, the family arc, unfortunately, to progress the story, we have to have a loss, especially progression between Tabitha and Jade. Jim needed to go for that. Sadly, this man coming out of the shadows who has always been there, is he the I'm waiting for the massive creature reveal, the massive all those webs. Where's that? Where's the gigantic spider? Where's the alien? I don't know. Where's something? It was, a big thing. It's like any sense of security we ever thought we had with the daylight is gone because here we have this man walking out. Who the hell is this man though? Clearly he'd been ruling over because this is the same man, season 1, as I showed, that was on the other end of that phone. Like he has been operating things from afar. But that music which Jim said, like, which was completely dumb on Jade and Tabitha's part. Like, I don't know what they thought leaving the town and go to the forest was. We're gonna play it here because why are we just? Oh God. I had already told y'all I don't think Jade is anybody's savior. Never thought he was because he is Christopher and she's Tabitha. And they have been trying to save with not any success. So I think that, this was digging into a hole. Ethan is just dating Yoda. Ethan is here to just be a Rolodex of information all of a sudden. Cool. Julie in this time travel. That opens up the floodgate for all types of possibilities, even for her to try to save Jim and for him not to be dead or go back and change so many other things, which really can take a toll on shows and like jump in the shark type situation. If they might try to do too much with that. But I'm definitely not looking forward to Tabitha and Jade, next season. I mean, at least we got, that they can only the kids can only stay Ankui. And Ankui means remember, and we know who they are to each other. But I feel like a bulk of the next season is just going to be spent on grieving and trying to figure things out. And Tabitha going, no. She gotta say no every single goddamn episode. And Jade, like, come on, I need you. We need to figure this out together, and pulling strings type situation. I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling about it. Ashley, go on, stick up for your man, Jade.
Oh, because I am. At the end of the day, Jade is the one that we need to watch. He has been the one that's been most diligently trying to get them free from the From. Even Jim and his raggedy tail had to acknowledge this. Hey, I know I've been a bad daddy, a bad father, everything. I know you've been a better father to my kids than I have been. You also are the only one who can potentially save them. So while Jim said it was a scale, who put the notes together? Who wrote the songs that made the whole world sing? Ain't that what you said before the other day, Tyra? Yes. Who did that? That was my man.
I think he already knew that song. That song was dormant.
My man, right? With the full beard that connects. All right. So what we're not going to do, not too much on Jade, because at the end of the day, the whole point of this reincarnation is to try. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. That's what they're doing. He needed to play the violin. We needed to remember. And I think that they remember more than just they were there in the beginning. I think that this is pivotal to getting the information that they're going to need to defeat our big bad. I believe that to be true. Julie, now that she is a story walker and she has her Sarah Connor on, she's going back and forth in time. She's going to save her raggedy daddy. Jim is not unto death forever. We'll see his raggedy tail back in season 4. I guarantee it. Pinocchio, we'll see you again. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Like, I'm so over Jim and seeing him. I want them to give us at least 4 or 5 episodes without him. But I just have this sneaking suspicion that he'll be back. I honestly believe that Jade and Tab, even though I don't like her either, they're going to get closer to the truth than they've ever gotten before. Like I said, if they connect with Fatima, the sleeper cell people, all that, we get on the right foot with this story walker. Now that Julie can do this, we're in for it. Ethan is definitely the boy in white. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if he's going to have a tragic fall or what, but I think next season we're gonna see him in that white outfit. I think, and he'll be dropping this baby Yoda knowledge because, sir, how do you know? How did you know that was a threshold? How do you know the rules of story walking? How do you know, sir? And Julie, why do you feel so comfortable unloading all these grown-up problems on him? Second of all, why does everyone feel so comfortable unloading these grown-up problems on this child? It behooves me. They're setting him up. They've adultified him. And so I'll say he might slip down a well like little Timmy, and we'll see him in white. I do. I believe he's the boy in white. But never again going forward, ever put Jade with the Matthews family. When we come back for season 4, he needs to always have his own slide. You would never.
What did he do? What did he do?
Never group them together.
What did he do besides ruffle those 17 pieces of paper together that warrants his own?
He worked. He played that violin that summoned the people. That told you that made the whole world dance. Jade is an asset at the end of the day.
EJ. No asset.
So, all right. Yeah. So, okay. I mean, I feel like personally, I feel like Jade actually conjured up the
In
guy
the
in yellow. I think he conjured up all of this stuff. I think if he had just not played that song, that the big bad might not have come and gotten Jim.
Oh,
That's
he was
just my
coming.
personal opinion. You
No,
know,
like we
personal
played
opinion.
that song. I thought the kids were gonna come out and say, like they came out and said what they always say since they've seen them day one and Cooey. And just because they all of a sudden it's like, oh, remember, like y'all could have got that long before now. Go ahead, Joe.
Exactly. It's okay. No, but exactly. Like, so I do feel like that's the first thing, right? And I think that I think that Jade and Tabitha are going to smash. I've been saying that they're going to get really, really close. It's going to happen at some point. We don't need to see it, but it's going to happen. It's going to be implied. I definitely don't think that Jim is unalived. You know, I have two thoughts about that. And then, but I don't think that he's going anywhere. I think he's definitely going to be a part of the story. But I do feel like we are going to spend some time trying to figure out a way to bring him back. I mean, after all, Julie just talked to her father so badly. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm not saying that she didn't need to, but I'm saying that she gonna feel like I did this, I did that. I gotta figure out a way to bring him back. Like she gonna try to bring her family back together. She don't care what Ethan said. And Ethan is not a child. Ethan is just in a child's body, but he is a grown man that has been reincarnated into that body. And that's the reason why people feel comfortable unloading their stuff. That's the reason why his best friend is another grownish man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the whole purpose of it.
You said at this point we don't know who is a reincarnation, who isn't, and I really don't think it stops at just Jade and Tabitha. I think it might be Boyd. It could be Ethan. It could be who knows. Who knows? Now we know. I don't think is it? No, you can't. I mean, is it? Is no, because he would have saw them and Cooley children too. I don't. You know. I don't know. Let me get the super chat. Get the super chat from Darfalina. Darfalina with the $10 said, "Hooray! Jim couldn't even win Father of the Year in a song. Nobody deserves it in the daytime more than he." Oh Lord, I wish I could keep that same energy when they jump the shark and bring this man back. Like that's the one thing I can't stand. Once somebody died, let them be dead. If he wants to come back in the Father Country capacity, fine. But don't be going back in time changing stuff. Like leave that alone. If that's the case, make your way downtown back to that car and hit a bust a U-turn before y'all ever saw that damn tree. If we going
It's
back,
gonna happen, or he gonna come back reincarnated with somebody else. I don't know, girl. I'm just lying, but it's gonna happen. He not gone.
Oh man, y'all, that is all of freaking from season finale, y'all. That's it. That's it, and that is all of it. That is everything. Let me get on over here into these things so we can get our thoughts. Ashley, I'm going to come to you. What are your predictions for season 4, if you have any?
Well, we know at the end of the day, Tab dug that hole. That's what Big Yellow's mad about. That's what he's mad about. He wasn't mad about the song. He's mad. He's a Tab shouldn't have dug that hole, and wisdom comes at the cost. So I expect a demonstration and display of wisdom in season 4. Y'all know, I know the factions are coming. Again, I think Boyd is going to be deposed for a season, but I think he'll be back by the end of season 4 with some modicum of control or power over the From. Acosta's going to show her true colors. We're definitely going to get at least 2 or 3 character deaths in season 4. Gotta happen. They're going to actually do more night scenes, I'm sure, so all of you monster lovers will get your fix, because I know that they heard y'all's complaints. I didn't mind it not being at night, but one time I was fine with it. What else? I think we're gonna see some other relationships develop. Again, whether it's Kenny and Acosta, Nurse Crackhead and Brotherhood of the Night's Watch, or Acosta and Brotherhood of the Night's Watch. I think we're gonna see that. I also think we're going to get a new person in From. I think they're going to introduce at least 1 or 2 more people. I do. I absolutely do, guys. But that's all I got. Y'all know I'm not one for a ton of theories, but I also think that Ethan, by the end of season 4, will make his introduction as the boy in white.
He better do something. Sit over. He won, from putting his name. Oh yes, I will tell you. You can hear you little man. Sherry Ann, we cover a lot of shows. I will definitely run the ad in a second so that you can see, but we are definitely touching on things like Dune, Silo, and some new things like Getting Really Black. But I will run the ad at the end of this. Thank you. Thank you so much for asking. EJ, what are your predictions for the next season?
Listen, y'all, these are some major predictions. These are major, okay? Okay, yeah. I hope are y'all hyped now? Like, are y'all ready for it?
I'm up.
Okay, here we go. So I just wanted y'all to pay attention because I don't ever have one. But no, seriously, I really don't have nothing major, but I really do. Here's some things that I think. I didn't have anything major. I just want to see if anybody would get hyped for it. But I really do think that Jim, of course, I when I saw this, I was like, he's not gone. He's definitely here. I think that this is going to. I know you're gonna hate it, Tyra, but I really do think that it is gonna be one of those things where they're gonna try to bring him back, and they're gonna continue to try to bring him back over and over again. At first, I thought that this was the future, but I am convinced now that it wasn't the future, and that it was indeed in the present. But Julie was, of course, from the future, and that she's gonna continue to try to do this over and over again. I do think, of course, that there's going to be the split. It has to happen. Like, that has to happen. I think that Boyd is definitely going to be down bad, like super, super bad. And I think a lot of people are going to dislike him, but I think Sarah is going to stand right beside him. So I think that these two are they're going to work together to try to get back in the good graces of everybody and take back the town from Acosta, because she about to take over. I do think that Ethan, I really feel like Ethan is the key to all of this. Like, I feel like he always has the answers. If anybody else has answers, if nobody else has answers, Ethan has some sort of answers. His answers actually make sense. Nobody else's answers ever make sense, but Ethan's are always on point. So I feel like we're gonna be utilizing him a lot more this next coming up season. And then lastly, I think that I do think that we're gonna get back to the nighttime, and I want to get back to the nighttime. I think that's when it's the most interesting and fun. These monsters are funny, y'all. Like, they're so funny. Like, so half the stuff that they say is just hilarious. So I want to kind of get back to the nighttime. I want to get back to like the unalive the people. And I do think that there are going to be more people coming, as more people, because there's going to be people leaving, and I feel like there's going to be people coming. They're going to leave.
I don't want no people coming. Which is nothing ready for. I want a time jump. We're already going to be getting, season 4 a little later. Baby, Ethan gonna be the man in white real soon, just like the other one. Like, Ethan around that time, the actor should be upwards of 14, 15 years old. I think rightfully we need to skip ahead and maybe already start with those fractions in place, with the divide, with all our characters doing exactly what they're doing, but just in a. I think we need to skip ahead a little bit. This season was very day to day, like a lot of From. But I think rightfully so, now that we have this piece of information, now that we know that Julie can time travel for the most part, let's skip ahead. Let's skip ahead and just start in the middle of something versus the beginning. And, it's about to happen. We left off with Acosta having a chip on her shoulder. Now she's mad and, getting it on with Kenny and talking bad about Boyd. Like, let's skip over that. Let's skip over that. I want to roll up on Kenny smoking a cigarette, putting on his belt. Like, yeah, I'm about to sick of Boyd's ass. I want to go over there with him strolling through the town and him ringing the bell. I want to start off in the middle of something versus us getting into the beginning. Personally, don't drive us there all slow. I'll just. Come on, pick up the pace. I want to see what everybody's doing. Henry, but have that divide. Have them people over there, over at the colony situation, and them townsfolk. Because Acosta and Kenny will definitely be there with Donna, and we'll see. But yeah, let's not have it kind of drawn out in the way that it was here this season. But y'all, that's all From. That is all From, and we had an amazing time with you guys, and we thank you guys so much for the support. But before you guys leave, do know that we all have memberships on our channels, and we do really great things like have watch-alongs amongst other things. And if you want to be a part of that, you should definitely become a member. This is the watch-along that we are currently having. We do a watch-along every single Saturday, and this is what is up next. And this is EJ's choice, as a matter of fact. Well, let me run it. Become a member if you want to.
Are you gone?
I'm Otis Williams. I got this singing group. Temptations. Temptations. Music, that's who we are. Temptations. Ain't no temptation no more. Temptations.
So if you couldn't see, we about to have a ball. We are about to have a ball and get into I Am David Ruffin and These Are the Temptations, and I cannot wait. Because, baby, the way I'm going to act a fool, and we're going to be singing the songs, baby. Singing all the songs. Good night, and thank you so much, Sherry Ann, for the $5 super chat. And before you get out of here and go to bed, let us say our little piece and run the ad so that you know what we have coming up on the channel and what we'll be talking about now that From is over. Ashley, anything that you want to tell the folks about?
Yeah, come through, run up my Dune episode 2 breakdown. Tomorrow I'll be live to talk Dune episode 2. We'll also be doing the Tia finale. We will also be talking Married at First Sight. What is this, episode 6? And then on Thanksgiving night, late night, we're actually going to be doing something fun with all the Queen's men. Yeah, and just a ton of other fun stuff coming down the pike. Some more reality, a brand new Netflix show, The Madness, starring Coleman Domingo. We'll be talking about that on Sunday, I believe. So yeah, just keep your eyes peeled. Make sure you're subscribed to everyone on the panel. Make sure you have that notification bell hit, and we will be here every day, just about.
EJ?
Yeah, nothing major like going on my channel, like extra stuff, just the stuff that we're going to be doing together. And of course, All the Queen's Men is out. So, I'll be dropping videos for that and probably do any little videos that I can do in between that. And then within the coming weeks, I'm going to have some new stuff popping up, but nothing like immediate.
All right. Y'all heard what the lady said. Everybody have a good night and be sure to join us in the week for whatever we're doing. And if you're not joining us in the week and you're just sleeping and later having you a good, healthy Thanksgiving, have that too. And we will definitely see you guys the next time we drop a video or go live. Everybody have a good night.
Good night.